Well, at the Mitsubishi UK press launch of the Mirage, we feel it's only right to go and speak to the Managing Director of Mitsubishi himself, Lance Bradley. Can you tell me more about the Mirage and what the car is and who it's aimed at?
Sure. The Mirage is our new small car, launched into the UK this month. It's a particularly efficient car. It's been designed from day one to be very efficient, very fuel efficient, very low emissions, and because it's a light car, it's nimble and it's nice and easy to drive as well.
So the car itself, is it efficient? Is it the sort of car that you expect lots and lots of people to buy because of the efficiency?
It will be. It's the first car range in the UK where the emissions are all so low that none of the cars have any road tax. So they're all 100 grams per kilometre or less. Fuel consumption is 65 miles an hour, up to 69 miles per gallon. So yeah, that's going to attract a lot of people, we think.
Lots of people buy Mitsubishis for lots of reasons, but because they're seen as having quite bulletproof engines, and obviously this one would be the same.
It will be the same. You know, we have a very high customer loyalty, and that's very good. You know, the car's only been on sale for a couple of weeks, and one of our dealers has already sold 23 to existing customers. It's got airbags all round. It's got ABS. It's got the Mitsubishi stability and traction control system, which helps you if you do get into a skid or any kind of difficulty, helps control the car for you. And it was designed from the very start to be a very safe car, not just a light car, but there's a cell around the car which really protects the occupants if, unfortunately, you are in the event of a crash.
Well, Lance, I'm actually really seriously impressed. I'm not just saying it. Look, I'm a 6 foot tall guy.
Yeah.
You're not far off, are you? About the same?
About the same.
And the guys in the front are still going to be able to drive this. In fact, definitely, I'll probably be the guy sitting in that driver's seat now. I've got loads of room.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit TARDIS-like. It's looks small on the outside to make it efficient. I was talking about earlier, but inside it's amongst the biggest in its class, and as you can see, plenty of legroom. And
also, what's really quite impressive too is the fact that there is a lot of visibility. I don't feel claustrophobic.
No.
The roof curves very nicely. And the materials are actually very robust.
Yeah.
I can imagine that this is going to be 10 years' time a car that won't look like it's been through.
We hope so. We know that people driving this sort of car are often going to have kids in it, so it needs to be hard wearing.
Yeah.
And we think it is.
Also, what is really nice, I noticed there's more and more cars are having these electric handbrakes. It's actually quite refreshing, maybe I'm just being a bit old and silly, to have a proper handbrake on a car.
I've driven cars with both, and I prefer the traditional handbrake, and I think our customers do. So yeah, it is good to have it.
Right, excellent. Well, I can definitely see, I know I'm going on about babies here, but I think 2 baby seats strapped together here, it's a great fit. And
it should be fine.
Yeah, and just remind me again the price of this car roughly?
It starts at $7,999.
I mean, in this day and age, I mean, we're still struggling, aren't we, in the economy? That's I honestly think that's a really good price for a car.
That's what we wanted to do. We know that times are difficult, and that, you know, people don't necessarily have a huge amount of money to throw around. So yeah, $7,999, or we have finance deals with rates of £199 deposit and £199 a month.
Very easy to manoeuvre. Being a town car, as much as a commuter car, you can turn this car around so easily. It's got a really, really, really small turning circle. Without getting too technical, it's also only got 3 cylinders, which means that it'll power the car along, but very, very quietly. I can't hear too much. I was standing right by the engine earlier with the bonnet up. Wasn't particularly irritating. Very lively engine. Picks up very well indeed. Of course, economy being incredibly important with all car manufacturers these days. Many are being fitted with stop and go technology. This is one of them. So as soon as I go into neutral and take my foot off the clutch, the car stops. As soon as I dip the clutch again, the engine starts and off you go. Obviously that saves you some fuel if you're in and out of traffic. Because Mitsubishi seems to be focusing on economy, can't blame them, every other car manufacturer is. You've got a little eco gauge as well, so you can actually be as green as you want. It shows you how economical you're being. The more the lights light up, the more economical you're being. and it helps you keep in the right gear to get the maximum use out of the amount of juice you've got in the tank. Mitsubishi says the Mirage is going to be an incredibly important car for them. It's got class-leading economy, it's got class-leading aerodynamics. Sales are already proving popular and the car's only been out in dealers for the past few days. Mitsubishi are also offering £1,000 off the cost of any Mirage at the moment, which should prove quite popular for a lot of customers. There's also a competition running from now until the end of May, which involves customers winning a Mirage from their local dealership. So there's more chance of winning one of these cars than there is in any standard national competition. So Mitsubishi are going all out in order to push the popularity of this model. In terms of look, the rear spoiler on the Mirage makes actually a real difference to the aerodynamics. The sharp edge to the back of the bumper also means that air flows under the car more easily. In fact, it's a very light car. The Nissan Micra, the Toyota Yaris and the Suzuki Swift, also B-segment petrol cars, are sort of the main competitors to this Mirage. This car, the petrol, will do 68.9 to the gallon. It's only got 95 grams per kilometre of CO2 emissions. Now, it's the first time ever a whole range has been launched without road tax. There are 3 trim lineups ranging from £8,999 to £12,999. Although with a £1,000 discount at launch, this means that obviously you're going to get a lot of car for the money. So there we have it, the Mitsubishi Mirage, a brand new model for 2013, a class-leading model, class-leading space, economy, no road tax, which means no congestion charge, and there are 3 variants of this car. But Mitsubishi says the level 3 model here is likely to be the most popular. So stay with us for another test drive coming soon.